Good afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Big Brother fans. It's me, Mike, a.k.a. BB Gossip, and we have a Power of Veto competition winner and nominations, because I don't think I'd gotten the nominations. We knew who they were probably going to be, but I don't remember if I got to them or not. So, of course, Tucker 1 had a household. Those of you that are really behind, Tucker 1 had a household in the wall competition, and he made his nominations yesterday. His nominations were Quinn, Cam, and Brooklyn. I don't know who his main target is. I'm not sure with Tucker. You never know, and it really doesn't matter because he doesn't do the voting. He only put up the options. And with this house, I won't say anything right now as far as who I think is going. I just don't know. I mean, we're one step closer, maybe, with the power veto being over, but let me get to that. So, they got up early this morning, and the feeds went down about 11:15, if memory serves, and that's earlier than normal. They selected the extra players. The extra players were Joseph and who was the other one? I can't even remember right now, but maybe it was Mackenzie. I think Mackenzie and Joseph. So those are your extra POV players. And you'll have to forgive me while I'm walking the dog, so we're going to have to do a couple of stops here. But that's why this is sounding different than in my car. So they had the players draw, and then they did the feeds went down about 11:15 for the Power Veto competition, and they were down for just over 5 hours. It was amazing because last week I thought I was going to get info about who had won the competition, but I didn't get it till after the competition. It was weird timing. So this time I was being very careful. I was watching all my different means of communication to see if I got any info from anybody on who might have won the power veto before the feeds came back. And I kid you not, and you can go check Twitter, I tweeted 1 minute before the feeds came back that Tucker had won the power veto. And guess what? Tucker won the power veto. Now, if I was going to guess, if I had to say, someone said you have to predict who wins, I would have predicted Tucker, because why wouldn't you predict Tucker, right? I think it was Mike Bloom pointed out that I think Tucker has won 5 out of the 8 competitions he's been in. So, that's a bit of a... that's good odds to go with it. You bet that Tucker's won it, because a lot of people have won 0% that they've been in. None of them. And yet Tucker's won 5 out of 8. So Tucker won the competition, and I had just said to someone, because we were speculating what it could be, and the house guest kept speculating it was going to be the prize punishment one. And so I was like, well, it could be. Then a couple people said, what if it's a hide and go veto? It could be, it could, and the house guys had talked about it, and they reminded us the last time it was done, I think, was Big Brother 20, and it was such a mess. It was Brett that was just dumping milk all over the place so people would trip and fall. He made it a disaster, and if I remember right, Brett's the one that won it. So, anyways, they haven't had it since then, and so I thought they aren't going to have it. Guess what? It was the hide and go veto. The house didn't look very messy when the feeds came back. They may have thrown in some extra rules so that they couldn't do certain things, but we don't know. We'll find out. We'll be able to see how messy did it really get. If they weren't dumping cereal all over the floor, then they were put on, they were told they couldn't probably. But Brooklyn did, she was taking around, I think it was Rabina she was talking to, and Takor, and saying, we couldn't put them here, we couldn't do this. They had to get, and this has happened in previous seasons too, they have to get Big Brother's approval for where they can put things. So they couldn't put it in certain areas that are too hard to get to, because they've only got like 30 seconds, I think, in a time. And so there were some limits made. And I don't even know where Tucker hid his yet. I saw Brooklyn talking about something, but I'm not sure if she was telling about where someone else hid theirs. But it doesn't matter. We'll see it on Wednesday's show. We won't find out on Sunday. We'll see it on Wednesday's show. And so that was great. They brought back that competition. It had been a while, and we'll get to see it. But again, Tucker dominated. So when the feeds came back, Tucker was kind of being really short and snippy with Quinn, and he was accusing Quinn of messing with his clothes, because someone during the time had just thrown all of Tucker's clothes like all over the floor somewhere. They had made a mess of Tucker's clothes. And so Tucker was not pleased at all and accusing Quinn, and Quinn was denying it and, kind of saying, don't say that stuff. I didn't even go in that room or something. But it was pretty obvious that Tucker was ticked off. And then the next thing I see is one of the Twitter accounts catches that Angela told Tucker that it actually was Cam that did it. Now, and so we thought, oh my gosh, Cam did it. And Angela's being a narc, and narking on Cam, but whatever. So Angela tells him that it's Cam. But then, just a few seconds after that, we've got Brooklyn in the back bedroom talking to Chelsea, and she says, I'm the one who did it. Because I think she said because she knew Quinn would get blamed. So yeah, Brooklyn did it, blamed, and let Tucker blame Quinn, and then Angela said it was Cam. I don't know if it's going to come out that it was Brooklyn eventually or not, but it may if Chelsea tells anybody, if Chelsea tells Rubina and Rubina tells Tucker, or however the telephone game goes. We'll have to see. But that was an interesting little twist. It could have been better drama if Angela hadn't had told Tucker that, and they had just let them think it was Quinn and just caused some drama between Tucker and Quinn. But it is what it is. So that's the major stuff. I don't know what's going to happen as far as the rest of the night goes. The Power Veto meeting isn't until Sunday or till Monday. So we've got a long time for things to sort out. And honestly, it has the potential for this to not be an extremely exciting week with Tucker having the head of household and the power of veto. You would think there would be no reason for him to want to change things, but Tucker might do it just to do it. Tucker might save Quinn, but he was making comments about Quinn being in the arena when he was still mad about the clothes. So I don't think he's going to save Quinn. I don't know if he's going to save Angela or Cam. I'm just not sure. If I were Tucker, it wouldn't be smart to make another enemy. You're not going to get any grace from Brooklyn or Cam or Quinn if you save them. It's just not going to happen. So we'll see what happens. So that's that. The other thing that I'm going to tweet about later tonight, because I went back and looked it up, is this whole AI instigator. And I'm pretty sure I talked about this at some point this last few weeks. Remember the AI, the deep fake, right? So the deep fake, when Ainsley, the little fake AI thing, was describing the power to Quinn, she said, you get to control your AI, you get to control the person, the HOS, and you can make them say things that and spread rumors and or however they said it. Basically, the idea was Angela was going to show up besides, at random times and pass on some fake rumors and cause drama. And that never happened. So we're kind of like, well, why didn't that ever happen? That's what this AI instigator's doing, right? That's what they said the AI instigator's going to do. So I'm wondering if they came up with this last minute, if they've added it, if they want to drag it out. I don't know. But I noticed that, and I have gone back and I've clipped Ainsley's original description of the deep fake and then included the description of the AI instigator, and I'm going to post it probably sometime tonight just to see what people think about it. So there is that. Anything else? No, I think that's about it, except for a shout out to my latest patron, who I mentioned, I think yesterday morning. Wendy is my latest patron. Thank you very much for being a patron. It's appreciated. And thank you to all my other patrons, of course. And if you would like to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/BBGOSSIP and sign up. I would love you. You'd be my newest favorite online fan, right? No, it doesn't, anybody, however you choose to support just by listening. By listening, you're supporting me, right? So I appreciate it. And that's it for a Saturday. I don't know if I'll talk to you guys tomorrow or not, unless something major happens. Probably not, because this is the major news. Sunday is not a big day when it comes to the feeds. They should be getting the backyard back now because they hadn't had it since they didn't get it last night. So they should get the backyard back shortly. I don't know what they would have done in the backyard for the hide and go veto. I suppose it was just a lot of time to take down the all of the wall stuff, right? That must have been it, was to clean it from the wall. So they should be getting the backyard back. We'll know. I guess that'll be interesting to see when we see the here's a little side thing. When we see the power veto competition on Wednesday, notice how the backyard looks. Are they in a very small area of the backyard? Are they in a segmented off area? It could be that they have the backyard half torn down, and so they kind of set up a little private area for them to run in and out from. That's or maybe they were, I don't know. So we'll have to check that out. I'll probably forget about it by then, so you guys can remind me maybe. How's that work? And there's a dog barking. But the dog's chained up, so it won't come get us. Because my dog does not want to be bothered with other dogs. All right. I don't even know if you can hear the barking. So with that, I'm out of here. We'll talk to you guys on Monday at the latest. All right. Thanks again for your support. Have a good evening. Be well, everybody. Bye-bye.